Beautiful white lard. It's set overnight. We're going to be rendering down some lard. I've just got my slow cooker pot here. I've poured some of my lard in that we did last time we did a kill. I rendered it down. I always like to put a bit of the lard from the last kill that's already been rendered in and get it nice and hot. It helps break down this as we put it in. So that's been through the mincer. It's nice and soft. And I just add it a little bit at a time because I don't want to burn it, but I also don't want it to clunk together and take forever to melt down. So this does take a while, but it's so worth it. We don't render ours multiple times. I render mine down once. I do a filter with a fine cloth and a mesh strainer. We only use our lard for cooking. We don't use it on skincare products and stuff like that, so we just use it for cooking. So yeah, I'm just going to let that little bit render down, and then I can start adding more and more as the little bits render down. Okay, I forgot about it, left it going longer than I wanted to, but now I can come over and I can put more in this time than I did last time. We just want to keep it slowly bubbling away and get it all melted down nicely. So yeah, that's it. We'll just keep going until we've got a full pot. Now I've got my pot full of the lard. Now it's all about just cooking it down, getting all that lard out of them little bits, and we will keep cooking this until we don't have any large bubbles anymore. The large bubbles mean that we've still got water in it. I don't add water to my lard. I just render it down straight. So we keep going until the bubbles disappear. So we're about 3.5 hours in and we still have big bubbles. I just continue cooking until we've got no bubbles. I make sure that I stir it every now and again. But we keep going until we've got no bubbles. Okay, so most of the lard is now cooked out. I've just got to now finish cooking it until we've got no more bubbles. We're 4.5 hours in. There we have it, 5.5 hours, and we basically have no bubbles. Well, we have a few little bubbles, but nothing major. Now we've got to scoop all the solid stuff out. I've lifted it out of the heat. I've got my clean jars. I've got a sieve, my cheesecloth, and a funnel. So I just sit them in there like that. Okay, now I just pour it in till my jar's full. Once it's full, I put the lid on it. These don't have to be sealed. These get used up fairly quickly in our household. We go through a fair bit because we use lard in our chip cooker. In all my cooking I use lard, but this is filtered enough for us. If you want to do skincare and stuff like that, you have to do a different process altogether. So yeah, that's my rendering process. And then I just move that over to the next one. I pop a lid on this. It is still very hot. Sometimes my lids pop down, but it doesn't matter if they don't. But yeah, that's my lard. That'll cool now. Okay, so the first part's really easy. Then you get down to the chunky bits. I just put a scoop in my strainer there, push it down, give it a nice little second or two to drain, tap, and then I just empty it into an old dish and repeat the process with 8 500ml jars. So yeah, I've lard. So that's the first batch done. I've got another batch to cook down now.